Hello everyone, I'm Tom with Stock Navigators, and this is the weekly market forecast for the week of April 3rd, 2022. The S&P 500 ended the week with a slightly gain on Friday after give back some gain from the last 2 weeks. For the first quarter of 2022, the S&P 500 they lost about 4.6%, and the Russell 2000 lost about 7.5%, and the technologies lost about 8.76%, while commodity gained about 32.3%. So this is the first time that the three benchmark indices they close the first negative quarter for stock in the last 2 years. So the overall market is still in confirmed uptrend, even though we are in the little bit sideways correction. So based on the historical study, April is still a good month for the stock market. In the long term, unemployment report is again better, but the inflation is still a major problem that may force the Fed to raise the interest rate rapidly in the future, and that can cause some damage in the future, but not right now. So let's take a look for in detail on the chart so that we can see how all those indices are doing, and then we will nail down to each sector so that we can find some stock in each sector that's still bullish for the next week. Now let's start with the S&P 500 chart here. As you can see that after a couple weeks run up straight to the top, so we hit to the resistance area, so the market pulled back a little bit. So on Friday we see some bounce back at the end of the day. So potentially right now the market is still in the choppy sideways correction here, but in the short term probably they try to put it back to 4600 level here, and then we can see that they will continue to go up, or they will pull back down in a little bit choppy mode before they can find a way to push it higher. I think that on the February 24, 22, the market already found the bottom, so the market push it back up, come back down, push it back up. So now we sideways here, and then we will find a way to put it back up. So it depends on how long the take for the market to digest on again here, and the buyer will step back in and put it up to the upside. So if you look at the NQ, which is the technology stock, it do the same thing. They push it up, hit the resistance, pull back, so that you will be in the sideways choppy mode, and then we will take a look, and then we'll let you know when the correction over, and then they will put it up again. The Dow, it also do the same thing here, as you can see here. But in the short term next week, we can looking for some pullback a little bit again, so that we can see what they're going to do to the next first couple of days of the week. Probably we can see some bounce back from this level on Friday here, something like the S&P 500 and the NQ. The Russell 2000, it also sideways choppy here. They try to get back above the resistance line, but then they fail again, but they hold up here. So technically they are still trying to find a way to put it up in the future here. If you look at the oil, it after they shoot it up after the war between the U.S. and Russia, they put, and then they shut it up, and then they pull back down, and then come back up. But the with the Biden administration, they released the tons of oil from the stockpile, so they push them down again. So the question here is, are they able to hold up here to put it higher? But if they fail to hold up at this level, then they can pull back down, or they can go sideways. Okay, so have to be careful there. Gold, it also do the same thing. They're in the sideways choppy after the good run here. Okay, but if the interest rate go up, gold is not a good play. Okay, to put the money in. So right now they will do sideways choppy here. If you look at the natural gas, it continues to put it up to the upside. And if you look at the Bitcoin, is still stabilize. They put it back up, they pull back, reset, they hold it up here, so they will continue to find a way to put it up to the upside. In Ethereum, it's also the same thing. So they are still pretty strong. So in the future, it want to continue to in the bullish mode and continue to go up to the upside. If you look at the volatility index this week, so the last 2 days they put it back up, but they hit back resistance, so they still slam it down. So it means that the market still stay calm. So the potential for the overall market it still have room to put it up again. If you look at the 10-year Treasury note, you can see that they pull back down. They try to cool down a little bit. Okay, let's see it. If they break below here, then it's good for the inflation. But if they continue to go up higher, then they still hang tight to the upside, it's still a major problem for the inflation there. Now let's take a look on. Let me see what else. Okay. So if you know that trading is a very risky business, if you don't understand how to read the chart by using a modern technical analysis, and then you are gamble with the stock market. Okay, so you have to be careful. Now let's take a look on the 11 sector of the S&P 500 to see where we at. So the first sector, the XLB, which is the for those of you that you don't see the sticker in the background here, so like XLB, so you can look at it so you know what is the sticker. Sometimes they're too small here, very hard for you to see. So that's why I put it in the background here, you can see it. Okay, so the XLB is still continue to go put it back up, even though they run up too fast. So in the short term, they are in the sideways, and then they still find the way to put it back up. And a lot of stock in this sector is still doing well. Like you can see, Newman, the one that we show you last couple of weeks, it still continue to put it up high. Still high in demand, and LIN, for example. So those stocks they pull back a little bit, but overall trend is still bullish. The second one is the communication service sector is also doing well. So they break out at the resistance, they pull back retest. So they will continue to put it up to the upside, and a lot of stuff will bottom out, like Facebook, Google, okay, T-Mobile. They all find a way to put it back up to the upside. The energy sector it also still hang around here, but they have a strong sales on here. So let's see if they can put it up higher, or they will slam it down here. So this one here a little bit volatile because you are right at the top. You have to be careful. But some of the stock are still doing well. You know, like I see a couple of stock on the oil stock are still doing extremely well, like Dominion Energy. It's still very strong there. Okay, SU, another one that the Suncor Energy. It's still doing well there, or EV, let me see, EVRG, yeah, that's another strong one there. Continue to put it up to the upside. The next sector is the financial sector. They pull back a little bit after they run up here. They have some resistance, so they pull back. So you have to watch out for the gap here to be filled, or they can hold up, and then they need to turn around and give you a reversal pattern in order to move higher. But in the meantime, you see the big gap here. Probably they try to fill that gap, or they will hold up and find a way to go higher if they come back strong. So they are still in a correction. The industrial sector also hit to the top here after run up, so they pull back. So they have a strong support there, and a lot of stock are still holding tight to the upside, like Capitella, as you can see here. So they are in sideways, very similar to the market, and before they can break out downtrend line and turn around to go higher. And you can see it, some of the strong stock also pull back. It's like a UPS after they run up, fill up the gap here, and then they drop back to the bottom again. Let me see, HON, Honeywell, still hang tight to the upside there. Okay, and let me see here, the technology if they pull back down, it's very similar to the Nasdaq, as you can see here, but they have some support here. So next week we're looking for some kind of rebound, and let's see, are they finished it or they put it back up and slam down again before they can stabilize and find a way to put it higher. But some of the strong stock in this in the technology sector, like software, they are doing very well, and some of the stock in the software sector, you can see that they continue to put it up to the upside. PAYX, for example, okay, that is still pretty strong there. Okay, so those stock in the technology, you can see the semiconductor pull back, but the software try to turn around. So focus on the software stock there. The consumer stable XLP is still pretty strong as the inflation continues to push it up. Consumer stable is doing extremely well, and you can see that some strong stock in this sector we highlight many weeks before, like Coca-Cola, right? Pepsi, for example, they are still doing well. Okay, so Costco, another one is still strong, but this one a little bit extended right now. And the XLU, which is the strong sector after breakout couple handle, continue to strong to the upside. As you can see here, this one that I highlight for you last week, and it continue to rumble. And some good stock in this sector like Net Era is still doing well there. Okay, let me see, DVN. Okay, this one here is still sideways. Or let me see, AEP, that one that we highlight before, still pretty strong there. Okay, the UK is still pretty strong there also. Okay, the XLV, which is a healthcare, they pulled back a little bit in the last couple of days, but the momentum is trying to pick up again. As you can see, that some stock at ABBV, okay, it's still pretty strong there. AMGN, Amgen, also strong. Okay, MRK, Merck and Company still try to break out here, and momentum will pick it up also. Okay, XLY, which is consumer discretionary, it still pull back like the market, but if they can stabilize, fill up the gap, and then you can looking for something turn around again. So the major player on this one is like Tesla, still hold tight to the upside. McDonald's, right? So those things are still very strong there. So one sector that you remember 2 weeks ago, I highlight for you, one of the sector is already doing well for the real estate and restock with a high yield return. They are doing well after breakout cup handle, they pull back. Now they continue to put it upside there, and you can see the couple of stocks that I highlight for you. Like PLD, right, continue to doing well. PSA special, like public storage, those things that they are getting stronger. PSA, right, CCI. Okay, so you see that those things that I already show you in the last 2 weeks, and it continue to rumble to the upside. Okay, EXR, for example, so they'll talk it on the move. Okay, so as you can see that right now, based on 11 sector of SP 500, you can see that the technology, especially software sector, the real estate sector to doing well, and utility sector to doing well, and the healthcare it also doing well. Okay, so just focus on that for next week, and we will continue to update for you how the market going to do during the week on Tuesday and Thursday. So remember to click the thumb up like button below, or click the bell, so that every time I have a new video we will notify you. So besides this stock, if you are busy working, You can subscribe to our Watchlist premium watchlist, where we will handpick many more stocks daily and analyze in detail with the entry target so that you can follow. I hope that you enjoy my analysis, and thank you for watching, and then good luck, enjoy trading for next week, and take care everyone.